Hey everyone, welcome back to DragonWinze's page, ours obviously. Today we're going to go over 10 more QR codes for the Pokemon TCG Online Live. We set up the account the other day and we got established in the beginning. We missed battling the Professor Fur. Obviously we went through some of the stages. I read out what he was saying. For those who are still learning to read, it's a great opportunity. For those who don't want to read it themselves, you can just listen to it while you play yourself. That being said, I'm going to do just the QR codes, so it should be about a 10-minute long video. I'll do this on a regular basis, and then after we hit a certain amount of videos and you guys have a certain amount of watches and you guys can benefit from eventually the battling, I have a stack, pretty tall stack, of QR codes that I need to locate and then do all those. You're more than welcome to use the QR codes. It looks like, after reviewing my own video previously, that there's only up to a certain amount for each type. So you can only collect so many of each segment of packs and QR codes for their grouping. I saw a lot of them were about 400. So there's 400 QR codes or specific captures that you can do. So we are going to go to gameplay on the actual site itself, as you can see here. We're going to go over to the shop, which is where you'll then select to redeem, and then you can use your camera to then see what it is that you are going to be collecting through the various packs QR codes. So let's head on over there. And this obviously automatically selects the images, and it likes to make me smaller, so we'll go down here. I'll make the visual bigger when we get to the other side of collecting. So let's go ahead and do some redeeming. The camera is preset to last time, so it's prepared, and it is using my phone camera, so we will hold it up accordingly. We have one. Maybe we'll do them together this time around. Some of these cards again came from my sister. They don't really do the online gameplay, so they offered theirs. I have some of my own, but they're all mixed up. And this one is stuck. Oh no. Hopefully the QR code is good enough. If you can't see what I'm doing, I'm separating a card that somehow got stuck to itself. Just got some black ones. Got a couple white ones. It seems like we're going to do the same amount as last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 cards. It appears that we have 11 cards. So 11 black cards, or sorry, 8 black cards, and then 3 white cards. We'll do the white cards first. So first one. Perfect. We'll do the second one. And then we're going to do the third one. Don't worry about double scanning. It will show already in the list if it scans it. See if it'll... There you go. Alright, so we've done 3 already. That's those 3 white ones. 3 white ones. Now we'll go on to our black ones. We'll only be able to do 7 of these. So here's to hoping. So if I have any interruptions, I'll pause. So if you see a pause in there, that is because my son has woken up and left the room. It's nice that this scans the QR codes. It makes life so much easier. You don't have to type in all those letters and numbers, including the dashes, which I do or don't. I don't know if it would autofill. Let's try that again. Come on. Sometimes maybe getting too close is not helpful. I've been thinking about adding the, like some kind of marking that helps me know that these cards have been used already for logging, because I doubt scanning these again. Maybe we'll try in this episode with the other one, is one we've already scanned. I'll use a white one instead of the black ones to determine. So just to show, cannot do an 11th card. It's one too many. It can only do up to 10 rewards for these cards. So we're going to put this one to the side. All right, let's see what we collected. I have been told to go slower, so when talking, discussing, and showing the different cards. So let's collect them all. I'm going to try and read the Pokemon names slower, and I'm going to allow them to render, a chance for everybody to see and view the cards. So let's see. Maybe I can zoom in. So, real quickly, let's go in here. Alrighty. So we have a Galarian Zapdos. Sorry for the shifting, I'm just changing between screens. Okay, so we got a Galarian Zapdos, which is great. This is from the Galar region. Pronunciation's not necessarily everybody's forte, so bear with me. So this one is very shiny and pretty. Obviously came from one of the packs, one of those special cards. There's one of 4, and we've got one of the 4. Okay, so moving forward, we're going to go into the packs. So we have 9 packs. We got Scarlet and Violet's booster pack. This is a base pack. The first one that we're getting out of this pack is a Grayavard. Grayavard is not a bad one to be getting. Psychic, it makes me think of Halloween. He's got a little candle on his head. Sheepdog. He's got 2 moves, one of which that deals damage for sure. He is a Psychic type. Need a minimum of 2 energy cards to play anything that he can battle with. Next one is a switch. It's an item. So you can switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon, which is great if you change your mind. We have collected all 4, which is great. So we'll go on to the next one. We got a Greedent. If you can't tell, that is kind of a very greedy looking squirrel. Is a colorless Pokemon card. So you can use any energy card really with this particular Pokemon. When battling, and it's got 2 attack options. Again, basic minimum that you're going to need to play him is 2 energy cards to play any of his moves. And we've collected 2 of the 4. So we've got an Oinkologne. It's Cologne. So Oinkologne. I think that's right. Oinkologne. He evolves from Lechonk, it looks like. So he also will need 2 energy cards. Doesn't matter which types, because again, he's colorless. So colorless gives you that freedom. He looks pretty cool and angry at the same time. Alrighty, and then we've got a Medicham. So Medicham is a fighting type, ground in this case for the card, and it evolves obviously to be able to battle. You would need specifically the ground type energy card to be on him to use any of his battle moves. And then the last one for this pack is going to be a, oh my gosh, Corroidion EX, which is great, and EX is great. He's got an ability, so that'll be fun, and he's reverse holographic, it looks like. So we've collected up to the limit of 4, and is a legendary Pokemon. So if you like to collect the legendaries and want to battle with them, this is a great opportunity. Use the QR codes that I've provided, and hopefully you can have them. Because again, I don't know if you get the same cards. I imagine so. So next pack is going to be a Swords and Shield Lost Origin pack. Let's see what we're going to get with this one. We got a Makuhita. Makuhita is a fighting ground type. So ground type, minimum, you need at least 1 of his type of energy. And then it looks like additional energies can be any of the ones that you have available to you, because the next required energy is a colorless. So we'll go on to the next one. Let's see. We got a Gastrodon. These guys come in 2 different colors. I've noticed in my Brilliant Diamond game, it's really awesome. I personally am a fan of the green and blue one, but there's nothing wrong with the green and pink one for those who are more earthy looking. This one is a ground type in this game, and it has obviously evolved from its previous evolution. Any color energy is welcome to play this card because it's using a colorless, at least for recover. Recover usually is to help you any damage heal. I'm sure to a certain point or amount, but you need 3 total energies, specifically 2 ground, to obviously do the next move. So these are all things to remember, that any of these cards virtually, the rules are going to be pretty much the same for the card game when you play people in person. So hopefully you are playing in person with your cards. That's the fun thing to do, is find people you can engage with in person. We've got a trainer card, Ice Can. I am not very familiar with these particular cards. Most people are basically fans of the Pokemon, so we'll go on to the next one, but this is another card that you use in your deck to obviously help you to hopefully win. And if not, at least learn experiences. We got Metatite, so to get Metacham, you need Metatite. Metatite is also a fighting type, but in this case, it's a ground type energy that you need to battle with him. And he only has 1 move, but it's only 1 energy. So if you only have him, it's just to get you by and all the other stuff. Hopefully the flip of the coin is going to be in your favor. I apologize if I'm talking quickly. I will try to slow down. I get excited. We got Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is a psychic type. And again, you can use any energy card for the first power move. And then, of course, you know, the next move, you're going to need at least 1 psychic energy, which is not a bad thing. Again, it gives you more options because you only need 2 additional energy cards of any color to be able to battle with him. So we're going to leave this pack and we're going to move on to the next one. So pack 7, we've got a Lost Origins again, and we'll see what we got. All right, so we got Paris. Paris is a grass type Pokemon, which is great, but you'll need 2 energy cards to attach to him. 1 has to be grass. So you'll be able to absorb, which heals, but also damages, which is great. So pay attention to what you have available, and I can go in more details about how to play the card games. I'm sure there's a ton of other people doing the same, but all that stuff is going to be fun to learn and do in person and online. So we got a Slugma. He's a fire type. Fire type, 1 energy required for the first attack that he can do, which is not a direct attack to your opponent, but you can do a actual move, power move, if you attach 3 energies to him, 2 of which need to be fire. So Slugma is a good one. He also evolves eventually. And then we got a Torkoal. Torkoal is also a fire type. I'm loving these fire types. But you'll need 2 energies for at least the first move. So 1 has to be fire. Any of the additional ones that you attach to him energy-wise can be any color. So that's great. And then we'll move on to the last second. We got a Galarian Stunfisk. This is a fish Pokemon, but it's a steel type. So you will need a steel type for the first move, and then you'll need an additional energy, doesn't matter which type, that is a colorless, so any option is fine, to be able to attack and tackle in this case. So move on to the next one. Alrighty, we got a Rhyperior. He evolves from Rhyhorn, so he's a fighting ground type, or rock ground type. Either way, you need a ground energy for the first battle move, and you need 3 additional of any energies to be able to play his second move. Should be a good battling one. I can't wait to build the decks, but I can wait because I want to make sure that I put in the effort to, learn how to put a good deck together, or at least a decent deck, and then see how they play out. So you got to collect more. All right, the next booster pack is going to be a Crown Zenith, one of the newer packs. Obviously, this will be exciting to see what they have. Part of the Sword and Shield Pokemon game. So these Pokemon should be fun and exciting. We got a Bidoof, technically not a new Pokemon, but he is colorless, so you can use any energy that you have available to him. and be able to battle with him. He is a beaver, believe it or not, or based off of a beaver, clearly. He is eating a tree trunk. That is cute. We have 3 of the 4 in the collection, so that's cool. And then we've got an Ultra Ball. So it's funny because you see the balls when you get the cards, and you think of the game. And the game is technically, you use these balls to catch Pokemon. And in this case, you get to use this card only if you discard 2 other cards from your hand, which you don't have to do in the games. And then you can turn around and then pick out a Pokemon you need, reveal it, and then put it in your hand. So then you have to shuffle your deck. So kind of interesting since that doesn't happen in the games. But all right, next one is the trekking shoes. I don't know anything about these. I could read the screen. It's really tiny. Maybe next time I'll make sure to zoom into it. But in this case, another trainer card helps with your gameplay, building and growing from your deck, or being able to use, I guess, whatever ability it gives you that is beneficial to your deck. So we'll skip on to the next one. We've got a Lost Vacuum. Some of these cards are interesting because I don't remember a Lost Vacuum being in the games, but maybe I need to refresh my memory. But anyways, this one looks like it's shiny, so it must be a reverse holo. So maybe the next one will be a holo card. We'll see, or not. We got a Yanmega, which, if I'm not mistaken, evolves from Yanma. Yanma. I'm saying it wrong. I added a letter in there. He's a grass type. Obviously, a dragonfly in the real world is the most fitting. It's an insect, but you can use any energy for the first move. And of course, you'll need 2 energies that are grass type, plus a 3rd additional energy of whatever type to use Jetwing. So hopefully these are all going to work together because we need the basics. First evolutional form, kind of like Pikachu. Can't get a Pikachu without, or can't get a Raichu without a Pikachu, so same thing. So we'll need to collect its mates. Next one is going to be the Crown Zenith booster pack as well. We got 5 more packs to go through, so I'll try not to keep this too terribly long. We're almost to the end. We got a Teal, which is from the first generation. Misty had this Pokemon at their gym, and then he's a water type, or she, doesn't give a gender. So you can do Headbutt with a water energy, but to do Rain Splash, you would need an additional energy. Doesn't matter which type, which is really cool. We got Friends in Hisui, which is the region from Arceus. Pretty sure that's correct. If I'm wrong, I am so sorry. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So this one you can draw 3 cards, which is great, especially if you're low on cards or need energies. Hopefully you'll pull an energy when you use this card. Next one is Luxio, which obviously is an evolutional form, stage 1, from stage 1. So you can use electric moves, obviously, with this one. You need electric energy to play the first move, and a second energy of any color for the second move. And it's kind of like a lion. At least that's what it makes me think of. Alrighty, we got a Kyogre. It's basically a big giant blue whale from our days of Sapphire and Ruby. Of course, you more likely get them in Sapphire than you would in Ruby, and you'd have to trade to be able to help your Pokedex. And then, of course, you've got Platinum, which is, or jumping generations, hello, Emerald to get Rayquaza. So, anyways, still very good Pokemon. Water type. This is clearly a reverse holo. First move, you just need any energy. Next move, you need a minimum of 3 waters and 1 additional energy of any kind. So, looking forward to being able to build a water deck and have them in there. And then we got a Oranguru. Oranguru is a colorless, so you can use any of the energies that you have available to you. And even better is that he's like an orangutan. I'm pretty sure that's what he's got to be based off of, right? If you think he looks like a different type of monkey or creature in our world, by all means, post it down in the comments below. We're going to go to the next one. Next one is going to be a Scarlet and Violet booster pack, base set. We got 4 more packs to go, so let's see what we got. We got a Scatterbug. It's an insect type. It is a grass type, and you will need 2 energies, 1 minimum being grass for this one. He's a bug, kind of like Caterpie, but for the newer generations. And then we got a Meditite again, which is great. Different art this time, it looks like, and kind of makes me think of an older art. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Ground type energies required. Only 1 move versus the other one, I think it was 2, if I remember right. And then we got a Lucario, which comes from a Luxio. Pretty sure that was. Trying to remember. It's been a while. I don't play my game as often as I should. So he is a fighting type, as you well know, but in this case we needed ground energy to battle with him. So minimum of 1, 3 for the next move. One of them has to be ground type. So that should be fine. We got 2 of the 4 in this collection, so that's good. We got another Lucario. This is ridiculous. Although this one is a reverse holo, and it looks like different moves, different art. Unless I wasn't paying enough attention, so forgive me. I was so distracted, I didn't think to look and pay attention to the art. But again, ground type, you need at least 1 ground type, and then for the next move, an additional 2 of any energy. Does not matter which. Alrighty, we got a Toadscroll. You know what? He looks like a grass version, which is weird to me, of Tentacruel. But different, because his nose is more like a black hose or a pipe, and not really of like the little incisor looking thing that Tentacruel has. And this way, I don't know. He is a grass type, which means that you need grass energies, and then the additional move, you would need an additional 2 energies. So I'm not familiar with why they're a different color, because I have not gotten to that stage in my gameplay. I have some weird OCDs, so that's for a different video. Last one is going to be, oh cool, we got a Revavroom. I said that right, Revavroom. It sounds so weird. I know I'm saying it right, or I think I'm saying it right. This is a big one, so obviously he is a holographic steel type, so we need at least 4 energies to use his move, which means that at least one of them has to be steel for the energy, or metal energy. I think that's actually metal energy. He's a steel type, metal energy required. And then the additional 3 can be anything that you have in your plate. And we've collected 3 of the 4. That's pretty exciting. The next pack is going to be a Scarlet and Violet booster pack. It's part of the base packs. Oh, see, I was wrong. It's not Luxio. Luxio is the other Pokemon, the electric little blue and black lion-like thing. This is Riolu. Riolu is the fighting type, ground type energies required. You can punch with 1 energy. You cannot do the reckless charge unless you have an additional energy of any color. So we will, and he is the one that evolves into Lucario. So we're going to move on to the next one. And then we have the Drifblim. Really is, you know, psychic, but Halloween themes all the way through. He needs a minimum of 3 psychic energy cards. 2 for the first one, it doesn't matter, but ideally if you want to use the next moves, you might as well just attach the psychic energy cards to him to be able to use gusts. So move on to the next one. In this one we got a supporter card. This is Team Star Grunt. So this will obviously be hopefully useful in a deck. I'm not sure yet because I've not seen or used this card, but we'll move on from that one to the next one. I pushed it. Hello. Alright, we got an Armarouge, Armarouge, fire type, and you need at least 3 energies to use Flame Cannon, 2 of which have to be fire, otherwise they're colorless. I'm not sure. The art makes it very hard to tell what kind. It kind of looks like a knight. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll move forward. He's got an ability, so keep that in mind. We got a Toad Scroll again, which is cool, except for we haven't had the first evolution, which we got Tentacool and then Tentacruel. So this one's, I'm wondering if it's a Tentacool or if they gave a different name since this is a Toad Scroll. You know what I mean? And it's probably not even a Toad, because Toad is Toad, so Toad? Toad? You know what? It may be just a play on letters. Toad Scroll. Hopefully that's right. We got 2 in our collection. I wonder if it's, you can only have up to 4 of that exact card. Just kind of curious. Alrighty, we got a Miraidon EX. Miraidon. It's a electric type. Super flashy, pretty, colorful. Reverse holo it looks like. Or maybe is that the rainbow card? Right? Like, I mean, it's different online than it is on the physical cards, so maybe that's a rainbow, because it kind of gives me rainbow vibes. I mean, it looks like rainbows. You need electric cards, or, sorry, you need electric energies for these, so that way you can play his Photon Blaster, which looks extremely powerful, so I will make sure you're prepared. Okay, and then 2 more packs. We got another Crown Zenith pack. Let's see what we are going to get in this pack. Another Bidoof. We have 4 of these, maybe. Yeah, I think we've got 4 of these. We've hit our collection limit on these. And then we have Aeron. So, good little steel type. Need at least a metal energy. Steel metal. Same thing, pretty much. And then 2 colorless, so basically one of your steals will go towards using the second attack. You just need an additional card for energy to play it. And then we've got another Last of Vacuum. Use this one again in the deck. We'll see. Maybe from this collection, specifically from Crown Zenith, that we only have 1 of these. But I know in that previous pack that we got one. Must have been something other than Crown Zenith, so I'm going to guess it's going based on the era pack that it comes from. Is determining our collection. Alright, we have a Galarian Meowth. It's more of like, makes me think dark type. But he is a steel type, so you need metal energy to use his Fastening Claws. And obviously there's a flip of a coin to do more damage. So he is a reverse holo. And we'll see what we got in the next one. It looks like we got another Oranguru, another Orangutan. He's colorless, so you can use any energy. I wonder if he evolves into something else. I don't think so. He's kind of like, gives like, what's the word? What's the Pokemon I mean? Snorlax vibes. Looks like he's not very active. I doubt it though. He's a monkey, so pretty active. Alright, last pack. We got another Crown Zenith booster pack. So let's see here. We got another Riolu. Riolu is, again, a fighting type. You need 2 energy cards for him to use low kick. This is a different art than the last one, for sure. And then we got a Lairon. Lairon comes from Aeron. He is also metal still, and he does not require a specific energy to play him. So if you have no other energies, if you don't have any other metal energies, you can use any energy to at least use the first move, but you would want at least 2 energies that are metal to use the next move. So play what you have, and then if you can get 2 on him just to play, and it's not metal, and then you get across to another portion of your deck where you can pull those metal energies, then you can attach it, and then you can battle with him and use his second move as well. Alrighty, we got a Crushing Hammer, useful for flipping a coin and getting an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon discarded, which is great, but only if you get heads. So this would be very helpful for someone who's stronger in their deck playing than you are. And then we got a Full Art Lapras. That is fancy, pretty. Oh, it just gives all those good vibes. First generation Pokemon. Can't go wrong. She's like a little, it makes me think Loch Ness Monster, but turtle combined, because she's got a shell. Good for protection too. So anyways, water type. You can use her Raging Freeze, but you need 3 energies, one of which can be anything, but the first 2 or any 2 of the 3 have to be water. So keep that in mind for having her in your deck. And I referred to her as a girl. Could be a boy. It's not really picky when it comes to the cards. Only gameplay when it matters, when you do breeding. So we got a Rangaroo. A Rangaroo can be used with any energies, and we're on our 3rd. So this will be the last of the 10 cards. We're going to test that theory in a second. See if it changes with the code, or if it'll say already, if we already have it on the list. Probably not. It'd probably re-add it. Just kind of curious. So we'll see. Alright, let's go ahead and close out of this one. We'll do an extra. We collected a total of 49 cards. We will be, I guess, getting 260 crystals. Great for shopping for more decks. We can scroll and see these cards, obviously. It's not organized, but we collected quite a few, so that's pretty cool. And then we got traded items. I don't even know what traded items even mean. I'll probably have to read the rules for that. Alright, so we got our coins. I think I chose to trade them, but alright, let's go ahead and test this. Okay, so this, clear that out. We're going to test this white card. So, as you know, the first 3 cards that we scanned originally, we had already scanned. So I'm just kind of curious what would happen. So let's go ahead and scan it. And then this code already has been redeemed by this account. So my account can't do it, but maybe yours can. So comment down below, let me know what I don't know, which is whether or not you guys can redeem these. It looks like you can only do 1 per account, which is great. So these cards are still useful for somebody else, virtually or not. You will have to manually plug them in, but let's move on to that one we have not done yet. It's good to know that it knows if I've already done the code, so I can prevent myself from accidentally scanning ones I already did. So this one's going to be a Crown Zenith booster pack. We're going to collect all. I'm going to add that to my pile. Alright, let's see if in this pack I can zoom in for you guys. And bear with me for just a moment. Let's see here. I want to zoom in. Let's go ahead and zoom in. We're going to zoom in right here. I think that would be good. See what we get. Hopefully that's helpful. Alrighty, let's see what we get here. Alrighty. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. My bad. I want to be able to at least. Yeah, alright. See if that's zoomed in enough for you guys. Alright. Alright, let's see. We're going to collect them all, obviously. We're hoping. Okay, we got a potion, which is great for healing our Pokemon. We're going to go ahead and deposit that one. It looks like we're only getting 5 cards from this one. So, we've got a Galarian Meowth. He is going to use the Metal Energy to be able to use his move. And then we're going to get a Crushing Hammer again. Some of these are repeats from literally this episode, so I won't go into details on every single one of them if you've already seen them. But as you can see the card, it can be useful in a deck. I clicked. It did not do. Okay. Alright, next one is a Luxray. Evolves from a Luxio. So this is the lion that I was talking about. Electric type, so any energy works just fine to use its move, which is great. So if you're short electric energies or lightning energies, you can use him without worry. And then, oh cool, we got the Glaceon V, full fancy art, rainbowish. I may be saying that wrong, I apologize, but still a very flashy, awesome full art card. Water type, even though it's an ice type, you need the water energy for at least the first move. You'll need an additional water energy and one other energy of any kind. If you have 3 water energies, use it. That'd be great. Nothing's better than having EVs. The nice thing about this one is it is a basic, which means that you do not need EV to evolve into Glaceon for you to get there, which is great. So we're going to add that one to our collection. Got the 5 right there, and we're going to click done. All right, so that is our little tidbit for the day. We did 11 QR codes. 11. If you already have one of these QR codes and you go to scan it or input it, the nice thing is that it will tell you that you already did it. So if you already have it in your collection, that's awesome. And if you don't, I'm glad I was able to add to it. You can only do one of these per account for each QR code. So if you have family that wants to play and they want to benefit from the cards, each of you guys are going to get different packs with different QR codes. Maybe you end up with the same ones. I'm sure they're out there if there's only like so many of them. But you get to benefit from it, which is awesome. Play online. Have fun. Do it. Build some decks. Learn from it, because the rules that you play on live is going to be the same that you would play with the cards. So if you can master playing online, get the hang of the stages and the different things that you can do and all our stuff, and you can get better at it, you'll be able to play people like classmates, friends, family, and challenge each other with physical decks, not just the virtual decks. So the nice thing about these is that you don't have to worry about your cards being stored or anything like that, or getting covers for them. But I will be doing the physical, not just the online ones. It'll just take a little bit because I am rusty on my gameplay. And you rely on a computer to do the flipping. You don't have to worry about losing your coins or anything like that. So tune in with us the next episode. After this one, we'll do another set of QR codes. The goal is 10. If I have an extra one, I'm going to do it. This just happened to be the other stack I found that I was hoping for. So we will catch you guys later. And thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys later.